Well, I think actually that we are in Toronto here not aware that what this guy silently and camouflage did was building basically a museum. I see this building more or less as a museum. I look at it and I say, wow, you don't have to pay entry, but that's what it is.
Well, my name's Kevin, and I've been coming down to Eds for probably more than 50 years. And I just wanted to get one of those nostalgia signs. Maybe, I came early to hope to get a good one, but it doesn't seem like at this stage that I will.
Well, I am such an admirer of Ed Mirvish. He's the kind of guy that I want to be when I grow up.
I'm here for Ed's last hurrah, I guess you could say. I'm really sad to see this place go, so I was hoping I could get a little piece of the history just to remember it by.
I think I just wanted to get a little bit of Toronto memorabilia from Honest Ed's.
Tombstone, glass tombstone, what can I say? Just standing there waiting on Judgment Day.
Well, I'm dating a Torontonian, so I thought it would be a nice piece of history to get part of the Honest Ed signs.
I've always thought the signs made me smile. They're kind of corny as heck, but cheesy kitsch at its best.
Useless to fill in these holes.
And I just think it's so exciting, so sad that this establishment is leaving our community, but so exciting that in total Mirvish tradition, they're allowing all of us to take a piece of it.
Polish these stones when all that the ghosts do is moan. Tombstone, glass tombstone, I question your means. Rich man holds slave.
Well, it's just always been there. It's I guess I'm of an age. It's of an age. It's just always been there, and it's it's not just the corny jokes, which kind of find their way into your heart. It's not just the sign, because I remember the previous sign with the spinning beach balls. It was always something that was kind of bigger than it really was, and I think that a lot of people come to the city to become bigger than what they really were, what they really are, what they really imagined they could be. And so I think it's part of sort of the psyche of Toronto.
I don't know, it reminds me of my childhood, I suppose.
And being lost in there throughout my childhood many a times.
There's not one in particular, but just generally going in there and feeling like you're in some kind of a circus scene.
I think it's a really cool part of the city.
It's all the crazy colors and the kitsch and everything tacky.
They have great sales and deals on everything that someone who likes pot might want.
For people not from Toronto to even know about it, that makes it really big and exciting.
No, don't put that in. Don't put that in.
Something you laugh at, but you love at the same time. I think that's really the charm that Honest Eds brings.
Overachieving and doing spectacularly well, and then having a hell of a lot of fun getting it done. It's the story of every family, my family included, that comes to the city with the dream of something bigger and more bizarre. And it was bigger and more bizarre, and it was bizarre.
Tombstone, glass tombstone, where can we go? Cenotaph has changed this place that I know.
I see Honest Eds as a store where immigrants gather and in former times have bought what they nowadays probably buy at Walmart, Yeah. So a store that gives you the impression you will integrate in society, you will become Canadian. And it starts with the souvenir section, and this is all the household items from the mousetrap to the to the dental places, that you can find everything under one roof. There is a kind of a sheltering and a refuge connotation to this concept.
I don't know about it be losing much of anything, but you know, things change, things move on, you know. So I don't know about how much loss. I guess it was an institution and it was a cheap place to come buy stuff. I haven't shopped here in years. I came here a lot as a kid because I grew up in this neighborhood. But I don't know about loss.
Well, the city's been losing a lot lately, and you know you can quantify it as bricks and mortar, but it's not that. I think these are the growing pains of a city which is maturing in some ways, but it's also there's sort of a. I think the city's going through a bit of a rite of passage. You know, it's not just Honest Eds. It's you know, we've lost Book City in the annex. I mean, that's huge too. It's European Meats in Kensington Market. You know, there are these touchstones that are disappearing as we speak, and you know they can speak to a nostalgia, but I think what they speak to is a city whose fine detail is fragile right now.
Oh, it's useless to fill in these holes when all
If you are for this, the end of the line is down that way. You're going in a circle.
polish these stones when all that the doors do is
I think he's the kind of guy that did the right thing just because it was the right thing, you know?
Well, you know what I think they're losing? It's a mom and pop feel for a not mom and pop city, if that makes sense.
I think so, but realistically, it's hard to compete with the dollar stores of today. I mean, Ed's was probably the original bargain dollar type store.
You know, when there are many times when they give out free items. I never came because I was kind of embarrassed, but I think that was something extremely important for them to do, to help out the poorer people.
And I think that's why people came here. I know when I moved here from England in 1982, I came in on a budget, much younger, and bought a lot of kitchen things there, and some are still in my kitchen today, still working perfectly. And I think it was a great place just to go and have a good look around and get some bargains.
Because times are difficult, and it's not everyone can get to enjoy a turkey on special occasions, and I think that was very considerate of them. I have a job, I'm employed full-time, so I can purchase a turkey, but I think that's something very, very well they did for people.
We lose an historical monument. Are you kidding? It's going to be horrible. It'll be replaced by a steel tower with no character. People love this building.
Definitely, there's a lot of pride in the city. You know, being a homegrown store, not just a multinational big box corporation.
It's kind of like we're losing some of our innocence, you know? There's Walmarts coming in everywhere. But we just like our own Walmart, our own Honest Eds, which is Walmart before the big corporate man came in and started quashing it down. I don't know if that made any sense.
There's a lot of people grew up with memories, you know, since they were kids in the store. So it's one of those things that, you know, even if you make fun of it, at the end of the day, you love it.
We miss some personality, right? When every street looks the same in the city, no matter what community you're in. This is like the kitschy. I just love it. I love the flashing lights. I hope that some piece of this stays.
It's the charm that adds to the neighborhood. So really, it's we're losing a lot in Mervers Village and the whole annex in Toronto.
I think we are. Yeah, this has been here for 70 years, and to see it go, it's so iconic. It's sad to see it go, but I hope we'll remember it somehow.
Now that said, the Ed Murvish legacy in our city will last forever. The arts, the culture, the allowing everyone to be a part of that instead of only people with money is so important.
You know, I look at Toronto these days in general, and from when I moved there in the early mid-90s to now, it's changed a lot, and a lot of what I grew up as a rural kid who would be taken to Toronto by my dad to go look at records at Sam the Record Man and drive along Bloor Street to Long and Macleod. The face of Toronto has been changing quite rapidly lately, and then those iconic vignettes in Toronto are quickly disappearing. The Sam the Record Man sign and now this Honest Eds. And, you know, I think that Honest Eds was built in a time when there was so much hope. And I've been doing a lot of thinking about this and the audacity of it and the brashness of it. And somehow that, it was a community. And I think, you know, your rite of passage when you moved to Toronto from wherever you were coming from, your first apartment was largely outfitted by a couple of trips to Honest Eds to get pots and spoons, and I think what Toronto will find, it may or may not find it'll miss, but once those iconic parts of your city start to disappear, I wonder about how the identity of the city starts to change, because I sort of see Honest Eds and Sam the Record Man as coming from times of a dirtier, murkier Toronto, you know, much probably like, you know, Manhattan must have felt in the 70s, you know, almost mythologically dirty, but, you know, producing great art and great music. And so I guess it feels, you know, and I'm a folk singer, and, you know, so the whole, you know, how many folk singers does it take to change a light bulb? It takes 4, 1 to change the light bulb, and then 3 more to sing in harmony about how they like the old one better, you know? I'm inclined to always believe that things should be left alone. But, you know, this is a world that worships progress and not beauty. So that's, I think, sometimes what we fall victim to.